I all hope you are all well. Some of the biggest names of the year from the flat season are going to descend upon Ascot Racecourse this Saturday for Champions Day 2024. Really looking forward to this. Always a good day, this one. Some top names, some really good races this year, and let's hope we can find a couple of decent selections. I've got a few that I quite like the look of here for Saturday, so let's take a look at our selections for Champions Day. So we start at 120. What a race this one is. It's the British Champions Long Distance Cup over 2 miles. 9 runners expected in this one, the opening race of the day, and Kyprios, pretty obvious selection, 4 to 5 currently. I think that may shorten, with people would probably put Kyprios in some accumulators, lucky 15s, lucky 31s, etc. I would imagine, but it's understandably this horse is right at the top of the market, and whilst I don't enjoy often going for odds on picks, I think Kyprios is such a good horse that he absolutely has every chance of following up and doing well. The only real blip on his record and that kind of question mark is Trawlerman did beat him in this race last year, but he lost by a neck and they were miles ahead of the rest of the field. It's been 6 out of 6 victories this year for Kyprios. Can he make it 7 out of 7? I feel he certainly can do. Really nice run last time out at Paris. That was part of the Arc de Triomphe festival over there, one of a 2 mile 4 in a Group 1, and certainly feel he is absolutely the one to beat. I feel he will get the job done, and I think he will win this race pretty well. But we've got to look at one at a bit of a price, a bit of an each way price, because I think Kyprios is obviously very skinny at 4 to 5. Burdett Road, interesting run on this, 25 to 1. There's been a bit of a few nibbles for him as well, slightly bigger in price earlier in the week. We've seen some flashes of brilliance on this horse, some nice runs over the Cheltenham course at the start of this year and the back end of last year. Certainly suggests that he's got ability, certainly on this distance. Obviously that was over hurdles and this is on the flat, but the horse seems to have some real potential, I think, to go well in this race at a significant price. Certainly there's some ability there, kind of in different runs so far this year. Really nice run last time out at Newmarket, but in different performances. But there's something in this horse, and at 25 to 1, it's not a big bet I'll be placing, but it's at that type of price with only 9 runners, certainly going to have a little bet on Burdett Road. So best of luck for the first one, 120 Ascot this Saturday. So we move now to the 155, the British Champions Sprint Stakes over the 6 furlongs. 20 runners in this one, pretty wide open race. Kinross heads the market at the time of recording around 5 to 1 with Montasib, around 11 to 2, 6 to 1. So pretty wide open this race for a 20 runner field. Audience, quite an interesting selection, around 9 to 1. Could he have another good run? Quite possibly, but I'm going for 2 at big prices there. Outpower at 20 to 1 feels an extremely big price for a horse that won this race last year and also has a very good record in this race. Also has 2 4th places in this race as well as winning this race last year at 40 to 1 when he stole the race from Kinross and won the race by a neck. Yeah, Outpower, pretty mixed bag of form this year, nothing particularly noteworthy. Decent second at Goodwood in the summer, glorious Goodwood at 16 to 1. That was in the Lennox Stakes Group 2. So certainly we know this horse is capable, but yeah, he do get a mixed bag from Outpower, and this year it's not been particularly good, but we know there's ability there, and we know this horse has won this race and has a good record in it. So that type of price I feel certainly worth a little each way bet. Next one down then that we like should have been a ring. Now this is a big price and it's drawn in stall 1, so there's a bit of concerns over the stall. But it's such a big price. This horse, again, is inconsistent. You never know quite what you're going to get from should have been a ring. And the Ascot record for him isn't great, but there's ability there. We've seen some good runs earlier in the year at Doncaster, a really nice win over at Deauville back in July. I was in a Group 3. And a decent run at York as well earlier in the year as well. So we know this horse has got ability. I feel that he's a much better than a 33-1 shot there, whilst probably feels unlikely he's going to win this race. I certainly feel he can outrun those odds, and if you can get some extra places, a reasonable chance of hitting the frame at 33-1. So a couple of selections there, both greys. Art Power 20-1 and should have been a ring 33-1 in a wide open race. So next up we skip along to the 3:15. It's the Queen Elizabeth II Stakes. It's over the mile, 13 runners expected in this one. And we're going for the horse at the top of the field here. Charon 6-4, drifted slightly in the market. Really big fan of this horse. Trained by Roger Varian, ridden by Silvestre de Souza. Every chance this horse goes well again here. Really consistent performer. Disappointing, I guess, last time out not to get the job done over in Paris. That was back in September. That was in the Moulin de Longchamp Stakes, which was a Group 1, lost to Tribalist that day. I certainly feel very capable of bouncing back to success. It's a pretty good record this year. So as we just discussed that one blip there at Paris, the only other blip was back in May at Newbury. That was in the Lockinge Group 1 there, and that was a race won by Audience. Audience at 22-1 that day absolutely stole the race, and Charon was closing down but couldn't quite do enough. Those two were miles ahead of the rest of the field. Just race tactics did Charon slightly in that race. I certainly feel he should go well here, and 6-4, I do think there is still some value in that given his credentials, given how good he is as a horse. Certainly feel every chance he will get the job done again. Of course, there'll be a few that like Tamfana. Oisin Murphy's going to be on board. That's around 3-1, 10-3. You can see why people like that horse. Another, I think she's a very smart filly. But I do feel that Charon will be too good for her, and I feel he will get the job done. Really interesting race of this one. 3:15 is the Queen Elizabeth II Stakes. Best of luck if you're having a bet in that one. And so we move to 3:55. What a race this is going to be. The Champion Stakes. 1 mile, 2 furlongs, 12 runners. Incredible race this one. Fascinating. Top of the market. 2 horses there which will be dominating everyone's attention, I'm sure. Calandigan around 13-8. And the one we like the look of, Economics, around about 7-4, which is obviously a short price, but I still feel there's value in there to be had. While there's no guarantee over Economics winning this race, I feel at 7-4 there is certainly some value there. If you look at his runs this year, quite spectacular performance, including last time out at Leopardstown, the Irish Champion Stakes, where it was, well, quite incredible. It wasn't the perfect pathway through, but he ends up getting to Auguste Rodin and winning by a neck. Kept on really well that day, so we know this horse not only is really good, he's also got a really good attitude. Very tenacious. Tom Marquand on board, William Haggis trained. Yeah, as I say, it's been some year for this horse. 4 outings, 4 wins, As discussed, Leopardstown last time out, a nice win over in France in the summer. Also had that win at York at the Dante meeting in the Dante Stakes back in May, and a win at Newbury as well. So this horse is just primed, set up for this race, but it is wide open. Obviously Clandigan is a super horse, will almost certainly go well again, but Clandigan currently favourite at the time of recording, which is quite interesting because I do think economics provides the better value. Los Angeles is in this race, King's Gambit is in this race. They're much bigger prices. Los Angeles around 7-1, potentially some each way value there, but yeah, really good race this one, and really feel that whilst it's not a certainty, I do feel there's some value in economics even at 7-4. So best of luck, and let me know your thoughts on the Champion Stakes. So those are the selections. Best of luck if you're having a bet. Wish everybody all the best. It's going to be a fascinating day, Saturday, Champions Day. Always good fun. Always a good watch. So many good horses in there as the flat season kind of rounds off. There is some big meetings to go, of course, in the US with the breeders later on in the year, but kind of coming to, it's kind of our season closer, I guess, or the big season closer as such. Yes, there are still a couple of other decent races to come, but yeah, really excited about it. Hope everybody has a great day, and hope you're all well, and we'll be back again soon with some more horsey stuff. Best of luck all, and take care.